esteemed guest today is the startup Grand Dame Selma Prodanovic, the Vice President of the European Business Angels Network. Selma has created the entire tsunamis of positive changes through Brains Work, 1 Million Startups, and the Austrian Angel Investors Association as just some of her visions and initiatives. Dear Selma, we are grateful for your precious time and invaluable expertise you will be sharing with us today in the NEWMEN project. Thank you.
Thank you, Hana. Thank you very much for this beautiful introduction. I'm very pleased to be here.
One of your goals is to increase the number of female investors. You said that only 2% of venture capital flows into startups led by females. From your experience, why is that the case? And what questions do investors ask female entrepreneurs versus male entrepreneurs when they pitch their business ideas?
Thank you. This is a very important question, and I really we've put a lot of effort into changing that situation. On one hand, as you said, it's only 2% of the money that is going towards female-only startups. It's also, on the other hand, only 10% of business angels in Europe are women. And we have a total disbalance, and our goal is to reach a more balanced ratio there. The reason why is, on one hand, the traditional perspective of how businesses have started, who became investors, how women were not using their money, how women, it took a longer time for women to start businesses, like really startups. So one is really based on the tradition. On the other hand, we see an enormous change happening that is happening really fast. While just this 2%, when we look at the number of unicorns that was founded by women, is changing very much. But we don't speak about it. We don't speak enough about it. And that is one of the things that, I want to work on, is really about building this awareness. And the question, you asked about the question, it is about this unconscious bias. We have seen also that when a man and a woman pitch with the same content, with the same presentation, they get different questions, and through that, the men get more money. So what we see is what we call the prevention questions and the promotion questions. You need to have both in a pitch, but men get mostly like two-thirds of the questions are promotional questions about the future, about the vision, how you're going to get there. Whereas women get 2/3 of the questions are prevention questions, how to mitigate risk, how to prove that they are able to do that. So it's like more on the past and resilience. What you have to understand is, when it is a startup, it is about innovation. It is about creating something that never existed before. And when you get a lot of these prevention questions, of course, obviously, you're not going to invest into something that is talking about the past and the situation, compared to somebody who's talking about the future. And we know that men, in this case, when asked in this way, they get double the money. So it's a huge difference already in this unconscious bias, in the questions we ask, a lot of traditional stories that are behind that we can change. But these are the reasons, some of the reasons why the situation is the way it is. And also, of course, we are working on changing the number of business angels, of money givers. When we have more women in, writing the checks, the situation will also change.